Good morning from, at this point, this is called Mexicapa. As you can see, our final destination is going to be Malinalco, but this is Mexicapa, and I'm here with one of my friends. This is a tiny, not a town, I don't know if this is even qualifies as a village. Mexicapa, this is in Estado de Mexico. That's the state, Mexico State. If you're watching this and you're from Mexico, you know that. And I can't imagine there's more than 1,000 people who live here. It's up in the mountains or down in the valley, however you like to, whichever you prefer. This is only an 18-minute drive from my house. It's very close. And we've stopped here for some breakfast at this place over here. I'm here with Lilia today. You'll see her momentarily. Today is March 19th. And March 19th is our anniversary date, or our wedding date. Even though we split 5 years ago, we still kind of celebrate the anniversary or commemorate it. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even realize, I asked Lilia a week and a half ago if she wanted to go to Malinalco next Sunday, meaning today, and she said yeah, and not even realizing that it was it would be the anniversary. But just I like going to Malinalco, and we were there around this time last year, maybe around March or April. This is a good time of year. It's hot and dry, except here in Mexicapa, it's cool. We're at 2,000, I checked on my altimeter, 2,175 meters, I think around 6,500 feet, somewhere around there. And it's a little bit cool this morning. I think I checked and it was only 14 degrees here now. It'll be much warmer in Malinalco. And we're at this place called Truchas Mexicapa. And as I'll go into the little restaurant area, we're just stopping for something to eat here on the way. We got off to a little bit of a late start today. Lily doesn't like doing anything early. It's, what time is it now? It's almost 10:30. If it were up to me, we would have been here at 8:30. And I believe our food might be on the table. Isn't that a nice surprise when that happens? Let me go in here and find. No, it's not. So here is, as mentioned, Lilia. Cold? She's got her big Canada sweater on. Oh, we've got some totopos, some salsa. Isn't that nice? You go away and you come back to some food on the table. I remember those are very good, and good salsa too. So, so we're gonna eat here and then drive to Malinalco, which from here, from this point, takes probably close to an hour. Not that far, but it's very nice drive. All mountains and green around here, very lovely. All right, I'm gonna eat some totopos right now. And here's our food. We've got, we each get one sope and one quesadilla. Lily's taking her quesadilla there. We've got these unbelievable totopos, the best ever, I think, no?
Homemade.
And this salsa. What do you think about this salsa?
Muy picosa. Very
Too hot for her. Unbelievable. It's totally normal for me. And we're waiting for gordita, not a fat person, but an actual food gordita. Then we've got this nice mama doggy over here. What do you? Oh, you got coffee, right? Café de la olla. Café de olla.
I always say de la olla.
De la olla.
And I always
All
get
right.
corrected.
All right. We're finished here at Mexicapa. We had those. We had total. It was 2 sopes, which I had, 2 quesadillas. We had one each, and Lilia had a gordita and a cup of coffee. And that was 145 pesos. And I guess I'm still in the Vietnam mode where I'm going to mention the local currency and the US dollars. I don't know why. But that was 145 pesos, which is $7 or $8 for that food. So Lily is using the the beautiful bathroom facilities over here. And we got the mountains in front of us. And we're going to be hitting the road in Lily's mother's car. Our car is not roadworthy these days, at least not for this trip through the up and down of the mountains. So we switched cars for today. Malinalco next, I think. We're making a little stop here at this...
Experiencing some phobias.
You have a phobia here?
An open space, and I feel like it's pulling me into
Agoraphobia? The opposite of claustrophobia?
height phobia. Heights phobia. What do you call that phobia?
I don't know what that is, fear of heights. It's like one of the most common ones, and I can't remember what it's called. Watch how much difficulty Lily has getting up here. You're what?
I don't want to go on that edge.
You're studying how to get up?
Yeah, I'll see if I can go up this way. As far from the edge as I can.
Do you need a Sherpa? I can't believe you need 4 points of contact and to be bent over.
I'm a city person. I need flat concrete.
Lily's wearing her elephant pants that I bought her in Cambodia, aka pajamas.
No, you have to style it in a way that it doesn't look like pajamas.
And here's a memorial from somebody who died, presumably.
Really not good. This is like incredibly hard for me. Can you move out of my way?
Wow. You're not very coordinated.
Not for walking on rocks. No. I can dance. Okay, come on.
All right. In case there's an accident, I want it on camera.
Well, somebody did die.
Probably in a car accident, not climbing 3 steps down this embankment. All right, Malinalco next. This is what we've been stuck in for about, I think, about an hour and 40 minutes now. We left that breakfast place about an hour and 40 minutes ago. More than that, about 2 hours ago. It was about 20 minutes later that we got stuck in this crap. This is a small, incredibly ugly town called Chalma. And everybody comes here for religious purposes. Not exactly sure why. Everything in this town is Jesus and religion. And it's crowded. And it's horrible. Almost 1:15. We should have been in Malinalco at 11:30. This has turned out to be not a very good day at all. It's just taken way too long. It's after 2 o'clock now. We just parked just back here on this street, and you can see the even here. This is Malinalco, by the way, and we left my house at 9:45. That's 4 hours and 15 minutes. We maybe spent an hour at that breakfast place in Mexicapa. Probably not that long, but let's say an hour. So is it right that it took us like over 3.5 hours to get here? That's brutal. It should take a little bit over an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Just horrible, horrible traffic through that ugly town, Chalma. So now it's 2 o'clock and you almost feel like the day is, I just said to Lily when I got here a couple of weeks ago, I took a international bus ride from 7 hours internationally, crossing a border from Vietnam to Cambodia, and was at my destination at 2:30. And here I am taking a trip that's like 60 kilometers, and I'm arriving at my destination at almost the same time. I hate these late starts. That's why it's so crowded, so much traffic. If it had been up to me, I would have been here at 10 o'clock. And we would have avoided all of that traffic, but a lot. Anyway, and now we're going to the archaeological site. And you almost feel then like that's it. Then you go to the archaeological site, you eat, and you go back. And I wanted to, when we came here last year, we had a great time. I think we came around this time last year. We went to a nice bar, we walked around the town, parts of it we hadn't seen before, took our time, we strolled, I think you would say. But now we have to walk briskly because the day is half over. 2:08 right now. Terrible. I'm just starting my day at 2 o'clock. Lily said, you need a drink, right? Lily wants a drink as soon as possible. So we're into the town here. We'll get a drink and then I guess archaeological site.
Eso lo conozco que la tienen. Bueno, yo no sé dónde compra la gente, pero si quieres, sí.
So we got our drinks, but that's not enough. Lily needs a paleta. What are you buying? Tootsie?
No, una ropa.
I bought a ring at this place once, like kind of like a dragon ring.
It's like home of the dragon ring.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, I was talking about that. Oh, you bought that for me for my birthday?
Yeah. Somebody magic that. I smell the salt.
Yeah. And it's super crowded here today in Malinalco. It's a puente, a long weekend. So and the weather is great. And the weather is always good, but a long weekend. And I didn't mention, but the archaeological site is up in the mountains. It's kind of built into the mountains.
Moonstone. Ojo de tigre.
Oh yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Tiger eye?
This is. No sé. I like this. Amethyst. Pink quartz.
Small pink
Oh,
ones?
it smells delicious. Yeah.
This is just inside the entrance. The entrance is there. This is by far, by like 571% more crowded than I've ever seen. And you go up here, the people are, I don't know what people are doing hanging around this area. There's a bathroom here. We'll start to go up. And I think it takes, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Probably about 40 with Lily.
I'm small.
And I say this every time, and it's not bad, but it's, if this were in Canada or the US, or probably a lot of countries, there's no way they could have this without a railing. And they stopped letting people in at 3:15. It's about 2:33 now. And we tried coming here last year. I think it was in May, maybe around March or April last year. Pretty much after the pandemic, and it was still closed because of that crap. They only allowed 500 people for the day, which is very stupid. As you can see, it's outdoors. Once 500 people entered, not 500 people up there at one time, but once 500 people came and went, they closed it. So if the 500th person went up at 10:30, they would close it at 10:30. And we got here, I think, close to noon. Drove all the way here and it was closed. Better luck this time, but horribly crowded.
Algunas no están tan definidas como esta. Es igual de chiquito.
Need a break? We'll go up here. Yeah, I'm with Darth Vader here. Oh, look at the people. Look at all the people. Look at all the people here tonight. That's David Lee Roth, and I'm wearing a Van Halen shirt.
Dice que le faltan 3, 6 creo ya.
All right. Very nice. Haven't been here for years. The last time we were here was late October, early November when Della Bappo, my friend from Toronto, was visiting. That was in 2019, so it's been about 3.5 years. Not off to a good start. This is closed. Can't go up there. This is closed. So everybody's on this pyramid.
Simbolizan 13 niveles celestiales. Para esto, su pensamiento religioso.
Unpleasant scene with so many people up here. People are what?
I'm going to start to be evacuated about
Oh yeah?
10 minutes.
Oh, it's 3:10.
The guy said 3:10.
Ah, they start to kick people out. Ah, I thought they stopped allowing people in. That's awful. We just got here 20 minutes ago.
I guess we could have seen the whole site and then do the slow picture thing.
Yeah, I thought 3:15 was the cutoff for letting people
Vamos a
in.
cerrar.
Ah, bueno, sí, ya no.
Yeah, the guy's saying they're closing now. 3:10. Downstairs, I overheard something, and I thought they were saying that that's the last time they let people up, but it seems that they kick people out at 3:10. What a horrible idea. Still 4 hours of daylight left, and they're making people leave now. Still a lot of people over here. We can see a little bit more.
Her belly was bumpy.
This is, to be honest, I hate to say it, turning out to be not a very good day, I think. Maybe the person in front of me thinks differently, but we've been here now. It's, what time is it? 6 o'clock? I can't even see. About 10 to 6. And really haven't done anything. It's unbelievably, and I think horribly crowded. I don't like that. I think Lily likes it even less than I do. You think that's true? And how have we spent the last 2 hours?
Walking around,
Waiting, walking, looking for a place to eat. We went to a restaurant. Like, we wanted to sit down and have a nice drink. This is the town of Mezcal, and they have really cool bars with really, really cool drinks. Mezcal mixed with all kinds of different fruits and even like red pepper drinks and everything. And we went to a place called, what was the first place called? Los Diablos or Los Diablitos or Tres Diablitos, something like that. And what was the problem there? There were 2 problems. One, it was just too loud. I think we both, maybe we're old, although I hated this before I was old. Just too loud, blasting music, and a little bit sunny, the tables that were available. And then so we went to that other restaurant that looked really, really nice, really cool bar restaurant. Very, very nice. Upstairs, they had a nice view. Yeah, and there were about 8 tables in the place, but it looked really nice. They had a good menu, drinks and food, and they had 8 tables, 1 waiter, but we thought, oh, we'll wait. And we waited, was it 30 or 40 minutes? And it looked like some tables were just about finished, and then we started to notice people saying, did you forget our French fries? And then another table said, we're still waiting for our sandwich. This guy doesn't have his sandwich. Somebody said, my friend is going to pass out because has been waiting so long for food. And then it seemed like a lot of confusion. So after 30 or 40 minutes, we got tired of waiting, and it seemed like it was going to be another half hour, and it didn't seem like good service, so we left there. Walked back to the Diablitos place, and that was full at that point. And then, we tried La Casa de Valentina, a little bit up the street or down the street here, and there were 8 tables waiting ahead of us. We would have had to wait for 8 tables to clear, so we didn't go there. So we've come here to this place called Trattoria Pacciaran. It's an Italian place, and we ordered, they have pizza, pasta, of course, salads. We ordered a burger pizza. It's ground beef, jalapeno, cheddar, I don't know, almond, and even we were going to eat in the market. The market was packed like I've never seen. It would have had a hard time finding a place to eat in the market. And I have something else to complain about a little bit later. I'll do that on our way out of here. But we've got our drinks here. We had to settle for just regular old Corona. Nice and warm, the way I like it. And Lily's just drinking pineapple juice with rosemary. Oh, yeah?
Like what the Christmas tree smells like.
Do you like it or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. All right. You're modifying it or moderating it. So this is a nice place, and it's getting it's not getting dark, but the sun is low. It's almost 6 o'clock, and we don't have daylight savings time anymore. Mexico did away with that, so we don't get those long days anymore. So let's see how long this takes to get our pizza. Pizza has arrived. It looks pretty good. This is cheddar, mozzarella, tomato sauce, jalapenos, and ground beef. And they have this great, I dipped my finger in this. This salsa is fantastic. It's chile manzano and something else. I can't remember. How is it?
Different.
Interesting texture. This is super thin crust. Gracias. And he just brought me some Tabasco. All right. 6:37. We're headed back to the car, which is right up here. Got to remember what car it is because we're in Lily's mother's car. Can be a little bit harder to pick out. So I mentioned a few minutes ago in video time that I had a complaint, and that complaint was maybe a couple of complaints. I was a victim of racial discrimination today, or racial profiling. Well, that came up with, yes, that's right. The white guy who has all the privilege in the world apparently is going to complain about being racially profiled or racially discriminated against. When we went to the archaeological site, all of these archaeological sites that are run by a government organization called INA, which is Instituto Nacional Arqueologico e Historia. Yeah, they is that the car? No, that's not a Volkswagen. Oh, I think I see it up there. They run the site, and all the sites, all these 100 and something archaeological sites, pyramids in Mexico are free on Sundays for Mexicans, which is fair and understandable. And so when we were going into that one, everybody's just walking through the gate, and what did they do with me? They stopped me, and she...
Based only on looks.
Yeah, why else would she stop me? Based on my looks. And she said, you have to pay. And I said, well, I live here. And she said, do you have ID? And so I had to show ID to prove that I'm half Mexican, half man. And to avoid having to pay 70 or 75 pesos, however much it costs. And I don't know how they decide how that works, how they decide who's Mexican and who's not. Maybe sometimes it's obvious, or maybe sometimes you think it's obvious, but you could be wrong. Oh, we're at the car here. I'm under pressure to finish this up. We are at the car. And so that was one thing. And my other little complaint was when we were up there, as mentioned, for some reason they shoo everybody out of there at 3:15, not 3 o'clock, not 4 o'clock, not even 3:30. 3:15? Why?
I was looking at somebody that was
Oh, she's not even paying attention.
Because they were closing.
Yeah, but why 3:15?
No reason.
We don't know. Nobody knows. There were hundreds and hundreds of people up there. I'm looking at the archaeological site up there right now in the mountains. Hundreds of people up there, and thousands of people around the town. Lots of people up there enjoying themselves. But at 3:15, maybe even a little bit earlier, the police, with their machine guns on their chest, hands on them, not quite fingers on the trigger, but hands on the machine gun across their chest, telling people in their typical shitty Mexican police bad attitude. Basically, they're like one tiny tweak or one notch above saying get the fuck out. They were very rude, just really bad attitude, telling people to get out. I said to Lily, it's like the only thing in the country where they were prompt about something. Everything else in the country, time is just kind of a suggestion. But they were super strict about this, and as you saw earlier, that's why it was a log jam coming down. So very unpleasant. We got up there. I thought that they had said that I heard them say 3:15 when we were going in. I thought they were saying that 3:15 was the last entrance. Maybe I mentioned this when I was up there. But at 3:15, they get everybody out of there. So we only had, there's that same dog again. We only had 30 minutes up there. Spent, what did I say, 3 hours and 45 minutes getting here. And all the time we could spend up there was 25 or 30 minutes. So for me, kind of a disappointing day all around. Basically, we saw the archaeological site for 25 or 30 minutes after a 3 hour and 45 minute drive. Ate at a place. Oh, Lily didn't like the pizza, right?
Not that much, no.
Not that much. Why?
It had cheddar cheese, which is strange.
That was like a cheddar cheese sauce, almost like nacho
that's
sauce.
the style, and it had ground beef, which I was not feeling at the moment, but then I thought, oh, maybe good. No, it was just like pieces without any other flavor, I don't know. So...
And the jalapenos were too spicy for you.
Spicy, my son started not good for me.
All right, so that was a failure. I liked the pizza a lot. I thought it was good, and the beer was warm. I don't think it was what either of us really wanted. Pizza. We would have rather had
No, pizza
something
was
else.
fine, but
The pizza
maybe
was fine. That wasn't a place where we wanted to eat, as lamented earlier. So yeah, so a lot of long time to get here. Pain in the ass driving here through that ugly town and the horrible traffic that we were stuck in for about an hour and a half, moving very, very slowly, almost, well, we're stopped several times. Short time at the archaeological site, and then walking around trying to find a place to eat and drink. Never did get our drinks that we wanted, right? The good mezcal drinks that this town is famous for. Didn't get those. Didn't really get the food that we wanted. So a kind of disappointing day. Maybe like our marriage was. Maybe it all had it all comes together. Disappointing marriage, which we were celebrating. Yeah, maybe this day was a harbinger. Is that the word? No, that's not the word. It's a symbol of our marriage. It's like nice weather and everything, but at the core, not so good. I don't know. Everybody's staring at me. Do you notice that?
Yes, that's why I kind of, when you said somewhere 3:15, people walking there were staring at you like this, like speaking in English or some strange language.
It's not because I'm speaking English. It's because I'm incredibly good
then,
looking.
Like, they make fun and they say, "Oh yes, ooh yeah, ooh hi," like they wanna make fun of. Like,
saying the only
mocking.
English words that they know.
And I really want to turn and say, "Is that the only English you know?"
Is that they were really saying that?
Like they kind of do things
Mocking me?
like that.
Because I'm speaking
Mocking,
English?
but they're like, "Oh yes, hello, yes."
Oh, all right.
Like
All right.
picking up
Well, that's it. So we're at the car now, and hopefully the traffic is not going to be too bad. Oh, let me say one more thing. I, speaking for myself, will never come here again on a long weekend. And that's another thing. Just unbelievably packed, crowded. Oh, and also that thing in the Sokol. I didn't show up, but there was louder than normal or more than normal. Loud music everywhere we went,
Well,
including in Sokolo.
Would you have preferred to stay at home sitting, doing nothing?
This is better than that, but next weekend would have been. No, I wouldn't say I regret it. It's just not a good weekend to come. Next weekend would have been better, and it wasn't meant to be a anniversary celebration. I just wanted to come here, and it just so happened that it was on our anniversary. So wouldn't come here again on a long weekend. At least not on this long weekend. Lily's going to take a picture. Yeah, it's a nice sky over here, and some beautiful cables here. All right. Hopefully traffic has died down by now. All right, that is all. Malinalco. Failure. See ya.